Okay, this cannot really be an argument between men and women. Check this out.
And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say, so why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country.
Hold up. I had to stop. I didn't notice this. You see what he's wearing? The little jacket, what you call it, the reflective jacket goes with his garbage man truck. Man, like I said, this dude is like the ultimate troll. And he's the ultimate troll because this cat is about to be president. He was once president. And he don't care what you think about him. He gonna do what he want to do and how he want to do it. But hold on, let's go back. Ready?
Protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say, so why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things.
I will comment on um, the former president Donald Trump's uh, remark about women um, and whether they like it or not. And listen, it actually is, I think, very offensive to women in terms of not understanding their agency, their authority, their right, and their ability to make decisions about their own lives, including their own bodies. And this is just the latest on a series of reveals by the former president of how he thinks about women and their agency. Whether he has said, as he has, that women should be punished for their choices, whether he has talked about his pride in taking away a fundamental right from women, whether it be how he has actually created a situation in America where now 1 in 3 women lives in a Trump abortion ban state and has legal restrictions on the right she rightly should have to make decisions about her own body.
What in the world is she talking about? Donald Trump in that little clip, and maybe I need to play the whole clip. I blame CBS News if they spliced and diced this clip to create a create friction between men and women in order to help get the Democrats votes. But nowhere in that little clip that no CBC News, I'm sorry, but nowhere in that clip did Donald Trump say that he's going to protect them because they're they don't know how to make the right decisions when it comes to making choices for their own bodies. Let's get this straight. Donald Trump, and they try to say he's trying to ban abortions or whatever. All this guy says every day is that he's not trying to ban anything. He's trying to get it out of the federal level. And if the states want to vote for it, then this by all means let the states vote for it. Don't make it to where it has to go to like the Supreme Court of the United States. Keep it local. Let the people decide because local elections, think about it. Local elections are decided by the popular vote. So if y'all want to vote for baby deletion up until 9 months, if you don't want to vote for it, if you want to vote against it, you can go to the polls. And I told y'all before, nobody's stopping you from voting except you. You might take a little work, but when elections are coming. No, let me say this. You know that elections will be coming. So before that next election hit, you for the presidential election, you got 4 years. So like Congress, you got like 2 years. For some judgeships and stuff, I think you got like 6 years. Whatever the case may be, elections are going to come up sometime in your life in the next 12 months or so. Midterm elections 2 years after the presidency. You know what's happening. Get do what you have to do to get your ID, to get your voter registration card, to get your declaration, whatever you have to do. I registered to vote years ago. The moment I stepped foot into this county that I live in, I registered to vote. And that was like 6-7 years ago. I ain't had to really do it since. They keep sending me a card. I use it when it's time to go down there and cast my ballot. Period. But anyway, like I said, so he ain't really tripping on that abortion thing. And like I say, dudes don't really like to repeat themselves too many times. Hey, leave it to the states. Period. Let's stop talking about that Donald Trump deletion ban. But for her to try to correlate the two things that don't match, he said, let's go back. Let's go back. Because I want to make sure we all heard this right.
We think it's very inappropriate for you to say, so why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with saying now dismissing what she said, because what she said is a bunch of garbage. Had nothing to do with what he was saying. As a man, let me finish.
They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries.
Now, see, when he first said that, it got kind of quiet because women will take offense to it when you say you're going to do this whether you like it or not. Because first thing they're going to say is, you ain't my daddy. You can't tell me what to do, whether I like it or not. I'm going to do what I want to. That's what the problem is. You have men and you have women. You have men here to protect you. And you know this because this is what you want. You can talk a good game and act like you don't want it. See, when your man tell you he don't want you out late at night putting gas in your car after dark. Hell, he don't want you to put gas in your car, period. If your fuel is low, come holler at him. We'll go put it in there. He don't want you out late at night going to the store, this and the third, or crazy hours of the night, or going into neighborhoods you don't need to be going. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't want you working in certain jobs, doing certain things. Don't, and he telling you, when you out and about, keep your, your pepper spray, your mace, your keychain that'll alert somebody if something is wrong, which I do is push the button. Doing things that if I'm not there, I'm gonna find ways to help you protect yourself while I'm not there. So I'm still there when I'm not there. Me and if somebody come kicking the door in the house, try to break in the house, the man say, stay in the back, call the police, hide, go get the children, hide, go to the safe spot, let me take care of this, run out the back while I take care of this. That's what we are supposed to do. I don't care whether you like it or not, we finna follow these rules, because when it hits the fan and you sitting there panicking, and you about to cry, and you nervous and don't know what's going on, and that dude is like, calm down, peace, be still, I got this, do what I tell you to do, I'm gonna protect you. That ain't the time to sit there and say, I don't like the way you said that. That's the wrong time to say that. You're gonna talk to me with respect. Oh, I'm just gonna sit. No, we don't have time for that right now. Right now, there is a situation. There is a situation that is about to escalate. I need you to back up and let me handle this. Him saying whether the women like it or not, he's just a man, and he's been married. So I understand exactly what he's saying. And he has probably got daughters. I don't know if he got daughters, got kids. So I know exactly what he's talking about. I got 2 daughters and been married twice. I know exactly what he's saying when he say whether you like it or not. This is how it's going to go. Because when it all comes down to it, you know who they're going to point to when things fail? I don't give a doggone if you came with the idea and you did it yourself, and you ran off and did something by yourself. You know who they're going to point to? They're going to point to us. They're going to point to the men and say that we failed. So it's up to us to take that lick, but that's what we do. We take them licks while y'all sit there in the back. All you got to do is sit there and look pretty. Sit there and look pretty and chill. You ain't got to lift a finger. You ain't got to do nothing. Just sit there, whether you like it or not. I'm gonna get this, what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the car work, the house work, whatever the case may be. Go out here and work 7 days, 8 days a week, whether you like it or not, because things got to get done. As a man, I got to make sure things are done. Ain't got time for that. So again, they got quiet, but when he said the rest of his speech, they understood what he was saying. Protecting you from these migrants, protecting you from these foreign countries. Hold on, let's go back.
Inappropriate for you to say, so why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say, pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them. I'm going to protect them from migrants coming in. I'm going to protect them from foreign countries that want to hit us with missiles and lots of other things.
I will comment on.
And here goes the word salad answer that she gonna comment. I wonder what questions they asked. They probably asked her about the economy or the migrant situation, and she said, "Well, I'm going to comment on Donald Trump."
The former president, Donald Trump's.
And look at her face, trying to look like she's concerned, but she's aged a lot in the last 2 months. Like really, she was not. And I guess for her age, she's not a bad looking woman. So she was not. Like the pictures they show, she was not a bad looking woman at all.
Remark about women and whether they like it or not. And
whether they like what or not, Kamala, protection. I'm going to protect you whether you like it or not. If you don't want, just like a marriage, if you don't want my protection, you can get out. Don't vote for me. Don't vote for him as a president. You can get out the marriage. You can get out the relationship if you don't want my protection, because that's what I'm here. What am I here for?
Listen, it actually is, I think, very offensive to women in terms of not understanding their agency, their authority, their right, and their ability.
What agency, authority, and right and ability do you have to be protected? Y'all just really don't want men in the picture, period. I don't understand. I really don't.
To make decisions about their own lives, including their own bodies.
So you're saying, hey, Trump needs to protect me. I know what to do when these migrants come, and let's see, they have assaulted these young ladies, many of them. They've been on the news and taken their lives. You don't need our protection, right? From that, you can handle it yourself. Tell them young girls and them young ladies that, and their parents that they don't need the men there to protect them. Oh, you got the migrants that commit these crimes that get arrested. Who they get arrested by? The men, the federal agents. For most, it's some women there too, but there are men there. They get protected, arrested by the men, by the men, and it's in the military that's ran by men to make sure they get captured, go to jail, and it doesn't happen again. If a woman wants to be the judge and find them guilty, that's fine. But in order for that to happen, somebody got to go out there and get them.
And this is just the latest on a series of reveals by the former president of how he thinks about women and their agency. Whether he has said, as he has, that women
Now she's finna bring up something that got nothing to do with this again. Something
should be punished for their choices.
Choice of protection. Did he say he's going to punish you for your choice of protection? No. If we're talking about your choice for what's right with your body, he said let the states handle it. Basically, he's saying let the states handle it. He's saying y'all can figure this out on your own. He's giving women the authority to handle that situation on their own by putting it in the states. Because again, in the states, the elections are decided by the popular vote, not the electoral college. So he's giving women all the rights. It's what, about 50-50 in the country. Hey, you can do it. You get your vote in. If you can vote it in, hey, do what you please. But leave it at the feds.
Whether he has talked about his pride in taking away a fundamental right from women, whether it be how he has actually created a situation in America where now 1 in 3 women lives in a Trump abortion ban state and has legal restrictions on the right.
She lying. Well, she's like twisting words. It's a story that I saw where this young lady, and I'm gonna do a story on that. And her story is tragic. But again, a lady in Texas it's popped up on my news feed today. So I figure I'd do a story on it sometime soon. But she she passed away because of a law, the way the laws are written in Texas, not the federal law, in Texas. So you know what that means, people? This is something I've been saying since I think I've started doing videos. I them told people about, they got legislative sessions in January, I believe. I know here in Texas they have them to where the public can attend, voice your opinion, or see what's going on. I've told people, go to your city council meetings, go to your school board meetings, go to your meetings where your utility board meets, go to your state legislative meetings, pay attention, uh, voice your opinion, enact, use your civil duty, or do your right, your civil rights, or whatever you want to call it, your civic duties, civic rights, to protest or to try to get laws changed. Participate verbally with your body, not just getting up here crying out loud about how unfair everything is. Go down and utilize your body and your physical being to make changes in laws that you do not like, you do not agree with. That's all you have to do. When you do that, when you pay attention to these sessions, and when they say these laws are on the books that they're trying to pass, go through them and read them. I'm sorry, it takes time. Your legislators are not going to sit here and take the hours to read them for you. You're going to have to research it yourself on a lot of stuff and pay attention to what it says. Because if a law has passed to where a lady cannot have her baby removed from her body until the heart stops, although it could be a matter of life and death with the mother, that got nothing to do with Trump. That has something to do with you as an individual not raising some hell on a state and local level. That's what Trump is trying to get people to understand, and they don't want to understand. I really don't understand why this baby deletion is like number one topic with these women, because they do not understand when you got, which is probably why they try to keep a lot of relationships and people separate. You know what I'm saying? Like, not really with the family thing. You got to put it all together. If you keep people separate, keep women having babies out of, out of wedlock, being single mothers, men not being in the picture, there's going to be some animosity there. You say, "Oh, don't worry about it. We'll take care of you." As a government, but really we won't. When you do stuff like that and you create this divide, now you can holler this law and say it's unfair because they're trying to control us. I think it's meant to try to find ways to get the woman vote, because the men, as they know, when they get older and they get wiser, they make more money, they get families, they want legacy, they're gonna start thinking a little different for the most part, like I did, like I have, when it comes to this election and locally and nationally. So I participate and pay attention a lot more. But anyway, this woman here is a joke. She is, just, I try. I respect her as a woman. I respect her as say professional, because she's there. Can't be mad at her. She made however she made it. I don't know, but she's there. But I'm sorry. I cannot vote for this woman to be the leader of the free world. I just cannot agree with it. When you spend the majority of your interviews and your town halls taking digs at your opponent and not talking about what you have done and what you will do as president, I can't respect that. But anyway, tell me what you think about the story. Leave your comments below, share it with the world. Let's have intelligent conversation around here. You know how we do. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Those four things cost you nothing but maybe a couple of minutes out your day, but they mean the world to us here. Also, if you would like to support monetarily, you can always give super thanks, super chats, or go to the description box. There are links there that you can click on, and you can support us there. Don't forget to go to marlonmorale.com. You can go to marlonmorale.com, get 10% off your first order. We got like silks, 100% silks, like luxury silks. We got beard kits, handbags, tote bags, silk head scarves, silk do-rags, the works. We got great products that you and your loved ones will love. marlonmorale.com, or you can click on the shop button below this video to where you can get. Right now we have a mini beard kits that are sandalwood oil infused. Sandalwood is clinically proven to stimulate hair follicle growth naturally. In the shop button, we got that on sale. Check it out. Get it for yourself. Get it for your loved ones. You will not be disappointed. With that being said, I'll leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.